Welcome to episode 42 of the Delta Panthers Pod. I'm Mark Cantor, and this week was homecoming, so you know it was a busy week. Let's get started. Cross country ran at the Coleridge Invitational Friday. Boys finished 11th and the girls 8th. The highest individual finisher for the boys was Grady Hellman at 17th and Matea Bean at 31st for the girls. Football had Rifle as their homecoming opponent on Friday. Here's what head coach Jesse Kindig had to say before the game. Jesse, for everything that went wrong the week before, you guys had everything go right for you at Gunnison.
Yeah, it was a good get-right game. Gunnison's getting better, and we're getting better. And, I just made sure to emphasize that that's just a stepping stone in what we're trying to do. And I don't want to take away any credit. They blocked hard, they tackled, they swarmed the ball, we ran the ball, we were efficient. But, again, that's just a step of what in the right direction. We're not even close to where we want to be, and we just got to keep building off that.
You and I had kind of talked about it before we started the interview. The key, is to keep Jet upright and clean, and when he's not running for his life, you're going to have some success.
Yeah, he's got a great arm, and I think it catches people off guard. But again, if he's seeing it and has time to see it and has time to throw it, that's very different than what we saw, 2 weeks ago. So another good big football team coming in that we're going to have to protect for. And that's ultimately the question. I know that's the community's question. It's our question. It's everybody's question. So if we can hold up, it'll be all right. If not, we're going to be in a dogfight. Yeah.
How far did it go to build some confidence for the boys with the big win against Gunnison?
I think it was short-lived. It was good. You needed to get that taste out of your mouth, but it was short-lived. We coached Monday kind of like we got 40-pointed, and that's the idea that we saw a ton of growth from that week through Gunnison and just doing the things right, taking the right play side steps, staying on blocks, doing those things. So we just kept that same mentality this week, and we've had some ups and downs this week. It's homecoming week, so we've got some good things and bad things coming out of them. They're teenagers, but ultimately we just got to keep growing, and the mindset has to be that growth mindset. So it was short-lived, but it was important.
Next up is Rifle, and obviously Rifle isn't Gunnison. They're a lot better than they were last year. They may be coming in 0-3, but as you and I discussed, they're not the same team they were last year. And they played 3 really good football teams leading up to this. Definitely going to be a more competitive game.
Yes, I know Coach Leba, and he's a great coach. We have that personal experience of the state championship together. He knows what he's doing, and he's going to have those guys going. And that 0-3 should have a giant asterisk next to it. They played Golden, and they played Basalt, who's a great team, and then they played a pretty good Junction team. So, again, they're playing up in divisions, and then when they played down, they played a top 5 team. So we've played Gunnison, and we've played Palisade, and we've had almost completely opposite results. So we've got to figure out where we're at, and I think this game will show us exactly where we're at.
I totally agree with that. And you would mention, it's homecoming. There's a lot of distractions this week. What have you done as coaches to try to keep things on track and just kind of keep everybody's head in the game?
Yeah, we keep them humble. It's been a hard week. We've spoken some pretty tough truths to the O-linemen and talked. We're not talking about Jet stats last week. We're talking about Jet stats 2 weeks ago. So, it's very much, I bring up to them all the time, this is very much what have you done for me lately business. And we still have a lot to prove. And the community we talked just a little bit ago, there were probably 20, 30 people at this. The community haven't seen what we're becoming. And so we have a lot to prove to this community. And so, the distractions outside are what they are. I can't control them, but hopefully while I've had them from about 3 to 5, it's been a grind, and we just keep doing what we're doing.
Originally, this was not supposed to be the homecoming game, obviously, with Middle Park pulling their season. We end up with Rifle. It's a rivalry game. Not ideal if you're going out there with trying to find a cupcake, if you will. Talk a little bit about that. A lot of these boys a little young to understand the rivalry and what it was years ago, but we all know.
Yeah, we know. And Jet, I think, is about the only one. Jet and Deacon Sheen are probably about the only two that got a little playing time in that state game. And, I've talked a lot about one of the worst butt kickings I've ever had in my entire life was in Rifle Nolan Bynum's senior year. And they beat us up and down. And so this is a good football team, and there's a lot of history there. And I'm happy that we keep it going. I'm happy that I obviously want to win, but I want to play good teams. Middle Park is who Middle Park is. So I think it's a cool opportunity to play, have a little, another great rivalry game that everyone calls it the state champion rematch. It is not, but that's what everyone talks about. I'm like, these are two totally different teams, but we can still have the same intensity and the same purpose. So.
It's going to be good. Homecoming's always fun. And when you get a team like Rifle coming in here, it makes it all the better. Good luck, Jess.
Appreciate you. Thank you.
The boys were sharp, coming away with a 41-0 victory in the weather-shortened game. Rifle was only able to muster 100 yards of offense against the Panthers. Quarterback Jet Ryan showed the poise his position needs, and Luis Ortiz showed his range kicking. Delta starts what I'm calling their gauntlet road trip of 3 road games in a row this coming Friday at Rollins, Wyoming. Kickoff is scheduled for 5 p.m. Golf teed it up at the Rifle Bears Invitational at Rifle Creek last Monday and took 10th. The best finisher for Delta was Trace Madison, who shot an 81. The boys play again on Monday at the Yampa Valley Golf Course in Craig. Boys soccer beat Vail Mountain 2-0 last Tuesday, with both Jadam Garcia and Caden Corral scoring goals in the contest. They followed that up with a home victory over Battle Mountain yesterday, 4-2. Luis Ortiz, Jadam Garcia, Caden Corral, and Oriah Hottinger all scored goals in that one. The boys host Ridgeway on Tuesday, then travel to Coleridge on Thursday. Softball hosted Gunnison for their homecoming game. I spoke with head coach Jenna Sutliff before the game. Jenna, the girls are coming off a loss to Montrose, and we'll get to that in a minute, but you guys had won 5 in a row prior to that. Talk about what went into that, the mindset of the team when that's going on, and just the ability to score runs almost at will during the streak.
I think that was a big focus of ours, was how to do the little things right, whether it was offensively or defensively, and I thought we did a very good job of that. We had a game plan going into every single game against every single pitcher that we saw. We had a game plan as coaches strategically for our pitchers. So I think just sticking to the game plan and then letting the girls do what they do best, and it's just put the bat on the ball.
So that does bring us to Montrose. The girls weren't able to score runs, but I think the obvious glaring issue was the errors.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it was a 0-0 ball game going into the third, right? And that's just good softball. It was a no errors, no hits type of game, and we need that this way through the season. Halfway through the season, and then it comes down to errors, and we talk about that the most. Whoever has the most errors will lose a game. So even if it's 1 or 5 against a really good team, they're going to capitalize on it. And I think just letting Lily, just having her back a little bit more and letting her chuck it the way she was. She only had 85 pitches, which is amazing for a 7-inning game. Just having her back a little bit more, which we came back to the drawing board and fixed some situational things yesterday, and hopefully it won't happen again.
Talk about Lily a little bit and how she's kind of earned that number 1 role in the circle.
Oh, yeah, we couldn't do it without her. She's really stepped up and done a lot for us, and she produces outs for us, which is what we need. And so when we have games where we are a little off defensively, it hurts us. And so nothing on Lily as far as that. Like that's her team. She's doing a heck of a job pitching for us and pitching long for us, like long innings. And it's hard to find a pitcher that can pitch 7 innings long and go for a full game, and she's doing it and has no complaints and turning around and doing it the next day. So I'm proud of her.
You got Gunnison today, and Gunnison's having kind of a Gunnison-like season. They're in the midst of a losing streak. They've lost 5 straight. Talk about them, what the game plan is for the Cowgirls today. I
mean, you can never overlook them, right? They're a scrappy team. They know what they're doing. They're well coached. And so if you give them a little bit of life, they'll take it. And so I think the biggest thing is to jump on them early and stay on top of them often as far as our hits go and our runs and getting those points pushed across home. So I think start early and keep it rolling.
Early and often. I like it.
Often.
Good luck.
Thank you.
The girls were fairly dominant, knocking off Gunnison 18-7 and bringing their record to 8-4. Olivia Hines went 3 for 5 with 2 doubles and 2 RBI, and Sophia Sinicki was 2 for 3 with a double and 4 RBI. Lily Gallegos picked up the victory and will be in the circle again when the girls travel to Eagle Valley on Tuesday. Volleyball is still searching for their first win of the season after losing to Coleridge Tuesday, 3-0. The girls are improving and will host Battle Mountain on Tuesday in hopes of finding that elusive first victory. Coverage of the match will be streaming on the Delta Panthers broadcast network starting at 5:40 p.m. This week's student spotlight falls on Liam Bear and Danica Queen. They're members of Student Council and talked a lot about preparations for homecoming. Liam, tell me again the position you hold.
I'm the senior class vice president.
Senior class vice president, and Danica?
I'm the student body vice president.
Okay, very good. So you guys are very involved with the homecoming festivities. What has gone into the planning of it this year, with it being so close to the start of school?
I would say that because it was so close to the start of school, we had to just get right on it as soon as school started. Mm-hmm. So Stuco didn't have as much time to just do their normal activities of getting to know each other with the new freshmen and new students coming in.
Tell me about how you guys selected the homecoming royalty.
So it's selected based off of a vote. So each grade gets to vote for who they want. And then this year we changed it a little bit so teachers got to vote as well. So it wasn't so much of a popularity contest.
Okay. Can you guys tell me off the top of your head who the royalty is?
Freshmen, it was Megan Shea and Mac Lockhart. Sophomores, it was Gabby Cardenas and Scott Floyd. Juniors, Brecken Hildreth and Brylan Wilson. And then seniors, Ava Cordell, Maddie Zemesky, Bergen McCormick, and then Alex McKenna.
I have a hard time with Maddie's name too, so don't feel bad. And then voting will take place to crown homecoming king and homecoming queen, correct?
That voting is already taken place.
It's already taken
place?
place?
We just haven't announced who it is
Okay.
yet.
You do know, though?
I don't know.
You don't know.
Only one person does.
Who's that?
Troy Sinicki.
Okay. I like that. It's kind of like, at the Academy Awards, the only people that know the winners are those lawyers that they hire to do the counting. So, talk about some of the other activities you guys are doing. Each day is themed this week. Talk about those themes and how that's gone.
The first day that we had was beach day. And so we had a lot of participation with people showing up in Hawaiian shirts and having goggles and stuff like that. That one was really good so far.
And then yesterday we did like Harry Potter Day, so each grade had a house that they dressed up for.
Very good. Today is Soccer Mom and Barbecue Dad Day, which I think is very clever. What about tomorrow and obviously Friday?
Tomorrow is Dress Up as Your Favorite Celebrity Day, so we'll see how that goes.
And then Friday's just Panther Pride.
Very good. A lot of green.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Very cool. So building up to Friday and those festivities during the football game, talk about that a little bit, the organization of it, how getting the classic cars for the students to ride, and talk about that a little bit.
So we have a guy in the community that we call every year, and then he organizes the car club coming out and getting us cars. It's been confusing some years, but usually they're really good at it.
Very good. And, of course, the lighting of the graduation class year is always a big thing. Talk about that a little bit. Do you communicate with the fire department on that? How does that work?
This year, we talked to the fire department, and right now we're in a level 2 ban, so we aren't actually going to be able to have the torches this year.
Okay. Obviously, everything ends up on Saturday with the dance. Are you guys having that here at the high school or at another venue?
It is at the high school.
Very good. And the theme?
It's Hollywood Runway.
Hollywood Runway. Very cool. So, are you both going?
Yes.
Very good. Are you going dates? How's that working for you? Just going with a bunch of friends, or
just going with friends right now?
Awesome.
And then I'm going with a date and some friends.
Cool. So was it a big homecoming proposal type thing for you, or was it just do you want to go type thing?
He asked me with the poster,
Oh, that's cool.
but we had previously decided that we were going to go, so.
Good. Very good. Very good. So are you guys both seniors or
I'm a senior.
you're a senior?
I'm a junior.
And you're a junior. Liam, what are your future plans?
I want to go to college and then maybe go into dentistry.
Dentistry? Very good. Danica, you've still got obviously a year to figure things out, but do you have an eye on the future at this point?
Yes, I want to be a CRNA.
Very cool. So, Danica, who are some of your favorite teachers, or maybe some teachers that have inspired you here at the high school?
I think Miss MacTutu is one of them. She's always so supportive, and she's so willing to work with you, and she's just been a really great teacher to have here. And yeah.
Very cool. How about you, Liam? Who are some of your favorite teachers?
I would say that Mr. MacTutu and Miss Davis are both really good teachers because they just get to know you and try to help you in any way they can.
Good. Yeah, it's always nice when a teacher gets to know you on a personal level. I think it helps them as well to know how to teach and guide you along the way. So I appreciate you guys talking with me today, and enjoy homecoming. It's always a fun time of year. Thank you.
Thank you.
Announcements now. Only one big one. Bergen McCormick was crowned homecoming king and Maddie Zemeski queen at halftime of the football game. That about covers it for this week. The Delta Panthers Pod is a presentation of Mad Canner Productions and sponsored by Elevate, A&M Creations, Americar Auto Parts, Delta Ace Hardware, Delta Cabinet Company, Delta County School District, Hellman Motor Company, Jerry Ryer State Farm Insurance, Quickie Tire Service, Taco Time, The Sunflower Room, and Yost Family Dentistry. Thanks for listening, and I'll talk to you all next week.